Hello and welcome back to Stop and Go F1 live in the car! Yay! Oh, we're a few meters away, and by a few I mean some meters away from the Hungaroring. We've just left after FP2. It's awful weather here, but you know, most of the day has been quite nice. But it's now time for the Hungarian Grand Prix-view! Hooray! In this Grand Prix-view, we'll go through all the week's news, and to be fair, the F1 gods have bullied me because in the week where I don't want to talk too much, there's a hell of a lot of news to get through. We won't do driver runway show because I don't know what they wore. We can't do special helmet street because there isn't any. And upgrade corner, very limited as well. So let's go with the news. Firstly, this weekend is the new F1 qualifying experiment that was supposed to take place in Imola. It will now take place here in Hungary this weekend, and then also in Monza after the summer break. The experiment is in Q1 only hard tyres, Q2 only medium tyres, Q3 only soft tyres. Available sets of tyres go from 13 to 11 during this weekend, and each driver will have 3 sets of hards, 4 sets of mediums and 4 sets of softs. This is intended to reduce the amount of tyres that we have to lug around the world, thus saving the planet. We'll see how it goes. I think it could be interesting. I mean, it definitely means that you'll get quicker through qualifying. What it also could mean is teams that find it harder to get their tyres into that optimal zone of performance, they may struggle a little bit, aka Mercedes last year struggled with the harder tyres. We'll see how they go from that. The FIA, they're expected to approve Andretti and High-Tech's F1 application. That's good. Alpine supports them both apparently in terms of engine. Apparently there's some other teams as well that have asked to go onto the grid for 2025. We don't know about them, we don't know about anything yet, but that is the rumours. Speaking of rumours, there are rumours that 3 teams have exceeded the budget cap last year, and Stefano Domenicali has come out and said any team that breaches the limit should face sporting sanctions. Teams will formally be informed of who's broken the cost cap in September. Of course, Red Bull broke it last year because they spent too much on their cornflakes and they got their wind tunnel time cut down. This year could be 3 teams. We can guess who those could be. I would say probably Aston. Anyway, Latifi updates. We all want to know what's going on with Latifi. He's okay. There was some lightning. That's fun. Latifi, he's okay. He's not dead. He's doing all right. What's he doing? He's taking a break from racing to go to business school and do an MBA program at London Business School. But the main thing, he's okay, which is great. All the love to Latifi. Jesus Christ, we've never had this much news ever. Here are some reported details of the 2026 F1 car regulations. Gearboxes will go from 8-speed to 6-speed. The cars will use 30 kilograms of fuel only to generate electric power. Wheelbase shortened by 30 centimeters. Great. Across to Alpine. Laurent Rossi is out. Felipe Krief is in. This is quite good news because I think Laurent Rossi was a bit of a tool. I'm quite glad to see the back of him. Hopefully this will be good. That is the end of the news. Right, it's time to talk about Daniel Ricciardo. He's the man of the moment. He's the one everyone wants to talk about. He looked like he was doing quite well. He didn't crash an FP1 this morning. You know, someone else did. We won't name who that was. But yeah, Daniel Ricciardo looking good. Christian Horner was on the F1 Nation podcast this week, which I don't normally listen to, but I listened to this week for some random reason. Something I pulled from that, though, which is quite interesting, is that Ricciardo met with Horner after the Mexican Grand Prix last year to discuss becoming the 3rd driver. This was, of course, confirmed, I think, just after the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and a week after the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, Ricciardo was in the Red Bull sim for the Red Bull team, where Christian Horner basically said that he was rubbish. He said the session was a disaster as he picked up a lot of bad habits which they were able to pick out, and he's now in a much better position. But basically what Horner was saying is that the engineers at McLaren and Renault allowed him to do these bad habits and not call them out on him, and that led to his performances not being as good as they could possibly be. We will see this weekend how he does in the Alpha Tauri. Oh, Jesus, that's the news. Right. Upgrade corner. I don't know, but what I do know is Red Bull have brought a lot of stuff. Brand new side pod design. It looks entirely unique, really. The inlet is very thin, and the side pods are very much cut down. No water slide like you'd see on the Aston or on the McLaren. It looks like an entirely new concept. Will it work? Probably, because Adrian Newey is a genius. But what can we see from the first 2 practice sessions this morning? Not much. FP1 basically called off due to rain, and one of the Red Bulls was in a wall. And FP2, I don't think they were really pushing, and they were at the middle of the pack. I definitely do not think that the FP2 numbers are representative of the true grid. I don't think Red Bull have gone from the front to the middle. So we will see. I imagine they will still win, maybe even more convincingly. Maybe Checo can make it into Q2. Anyone else upgrades? I don't know. That's all I've got. Predictions times. Here we go, the 2 predictions for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Prediction number 1, Daniel Ricciardo to beat Yuki Tsunoda in the race. Prediction number 2, I don't know. The second fastest team, I think, will be McLaren again. I think they're playing down their hopes a little bit too much. I think they'll do quite well. There you go. That's the Grand Preview. It's done. I'll see you again at some other point. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. Definitely at least by Monday evening. But, you know, I'm busy. I've got a busy life. You get on with your life, I'll get on with mine. And I'll see you at the end. Goodbye.